All right, I'm seeing the numbers slowed down a little bit, but people are still filing in, so we will get started. My name is Emily Alvarez. I work for Alameda County, and we participate in the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, who's bringing you this forum today. Can you go to the next slide, please? So we are going to go through a few minutes of introductions to who BayREN is, what BayREN offers, and the BayREN Forum. And then we're going to have two great panels today to cover our topic of workforce development for energy efficiency. The first panel is going to cover specifically contractor workforce needs. We'll have a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back to talk about other careers in workforce and energy efficiency. Have some Q&A and hopefully wrap up by noon. So thanks for being with us for the next few hours. So who's just fine, keep going. So who's BayREN? BayREN is a collaboration of the 9 Bay Area counties and the Association of Bay Area Governments. We work together to get funding from the California Public Utilities Commission to meet state and local climate goals. We do this through programs that promote water, energy, and greenhouse gas reductions. Next slide. So BayREN has 10 programs that cover pretty much every sector. We have several programs that address residential homes, single family and multifamily, small businesses, public buildings, water, climate careers, which you'll actually hear more about in a little bit, as well as our BayREN Codes and Standards program, which is the one that brings you this forum here today. Next slide. So what our public programs are also new. We're launching 2 of them to help the Bay Area local governments and special districts reduce energy use and greenhouse gas emissions from the buildings that they own and operate and lead by example. Different parts of the programs will be starting over the next couple of months. The Energy Concierge Service is now available, which helps building department and sustainability staff find and access technical assistance, financing, and incentives for building improvements. Staff can access this service through the website, and there will be office hours on December 5th at 2 p.m. And on December 11th at 9 a.m., there will be a training to familiarize facility staff with heat pump HVAC technologies and operations. 2 other new services will be coming soon. One will provide comprehensive roadmaps for achieving energy efficiency, electrification, and resilience goals for public buildings and resilience centers, and a decarbonization showcase to assist a small number of buildings to demonstrate how to reduce or eliminate carbon emissions while improving their energy performance. So you can check out our website for more information or to fill out an interest form if one of these public programs may be of interest to you. Next slide. So the Codes and Standards program has been around for 10 years. It's a joint effort of the Bay Area local governments to support development and implementation of tools for either complying with or actually exceeding the Energy Code, California Title 24, Part 6. So we offer compliance improvement, and that can be through trainings, kind of best practices, but also policies. So we do help support jurisdictions in the Bay Area who want to develop REACH codes. Next slide. And then on that compliance piece, we have a bunch of energy code trainings. They are free and they are either in person or live online. Many of them are available for ICC continuing education credits for building department staff. We do have one that is on demand on our website that you can watch anytime, or not one, a few on our website that you can watch on demand at any time. And we have one more coming up for the year on December 4th on non-residential new construction building code. But since we will be in 2025, I think sooner than we'd all like to admit, we will be scheduling new trainings for next year soon, and you can visit our BayREN events and trainings page to see when those get scheduled. Next slide. I think we're all pretty familiar with Zoom by now, but just a few reminders. We're in a webinar format, so there are not video cameras. You can feel free to use the chat feature to interact with panelists and other participants, but please use the Q&A if you have a question or a comment. preferably actually not the raise hand function, but please use the Q&A. We'll be kind of going through those so that we can moderate the Q&A panels or Q&A sessions at the end of each panel. Next slide. So again, I think Zoom's made many updates, so these may not actually be where things are anymore, but you should be able to see the chat, the Q&A, raise hand if you have questions about that. We've got plenty of support staff on the line who can help you out. Next slide. A little disclaimer that we have to do for every one of these. So the views expressed in these presentations are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the position of the Association of Bay Area Governments, the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, or the jurisdictions that BayREN represents. Any questions pertaining to the views and information in the presentations should be directed to the authors. Next slide. And then policy on AI as our world changes. So at this point, we do not have a official policy on the use of AI services, so this can include note takers. For now, we ask that you please do not use any AI services during today's forum. The forum will be recorded, and those recordings will be available on our website in about a week, and they're actually broken down by each speaker and each topic, so they're really easy to view. So again, just please don't use any AI services during this event today. Next slide. As mentioned, forums materials will be emailed to you after the forum, but they'll also be available on our website at our events and trainings page. Next slide. There we go. BayREN County reps. So as BayREN is a collaboration of the 9 Bay Area counties, we work together to kind of run these programs and promote them. And so if you have questions in your specific county, then we always direct you to your local county person. So for the BayREN codes and standards, these are who our county reps are. And just to get to know us a little bit better, we're going to go around and give a little bit of an answer to a question of what are some examples of workforce programs in your jurisdiction? And since I am already talking, I will go first. So as I mentioned, Emily Alvarez with Alameda County. For us, Rising Sun Center for Opportunity is located in West Oakland. You'll hear a lot more about some of their efforts later, but I wanted to highlight a program that won't be discussed, which is Opportunity Build. Opportunity Build is a pre-apprenticeship program helping low-income populations be prepared for jobs in the construction trades. And in addition to hands-on experience, it also provides wraparound services to help set participants up for success. So when thinking again about needing plenty of new electricians, new HVAC technicians, et cetera, in the workforce, Rising Sun is doing a great job at that. Next, I will go to Adam from Contra Costa County.
Thanks, Emily. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adam Scarborough. I'm a sustainability planner with Contra Costa County. I'm also the county rep for a number of BayREN programs, including the Codes and Standards program. So a good example of workforce development in our county, which is somewhat unique to the region due to the amount of refineries we have. I think we have 4. Is the Displaced Oil and Gas Worker Initiative, which is offered through our Workforce Development Board. This initiative provides specialized workforce development support to displaced oil and gas workers to transition into other more sustainable industries, including energy efficiency careers. And update on that program from this year is that the Workforce Development Board actually received a $3.8 million grant through the state to further support this effort. And
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you, Adam. Helen from Marin County.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Kellen Damon. I work with the County Marin on the BayREN program. So we've done quite a bit with workforce development. A couple things I'll highlight is that we were proud to sponsor, along with MCE, BayREN, TAM, and Marin Can, a Lime cohort. So the Lime Foundation does a next-gen trade cohort for underserved youth. They get basically a introduction to the trade, along with interview and resume building skills and general wellness training. So that's been great, and we're really happy to sponsor them and hope to do another cohort in Marin soon. And we've also done electrification career fair in Marin County last fall that had about 100 attendees. So I'll leave it there and hand it back to Emily or pass it to Ryan. Yeah, let's go.
Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Kellen. Thanks, Emily. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Melendez, a sustainability planner with Napa County and the BayREN representative for Napa County. And there's a lot of good things going on with workforce training development here in Napa. Just recently in September of this year, the Workforce Alliance of the North Bay and the Napa County Health and Human Services Agency opened up a new American Job Center of California in Napa. It's named Career Point Napa, and it's designed to be a one-stop shop to help provide a range of services for job seekers and employers to help meet their workforce needs. And I'll also touch on Napa being a big agricultural community. I'll shout out to the Napa Valley Farm Worker Foundation, which helps empower amazing vineyard and farm workers with workforce training, advanced training programs, leadership and management courses, mentorship opportunities, and adult literacy classes. So great work going on here in Napa, and I'll pass it off back to Emily. Good to see everyone.
Thanks, Ryan. Joyce with City and County of San Francisco, you're up next.
Yes, good morning. My name is Joyce Odorosisimo Arpon. I'm an existing buildings assistant coordinator for the City and County of San Francisco. And here in our city, we have a program called City Build, which provides 12 weeks of hands-on apprenticeship construction, as well as construction administration training to the residents of San Francisco. City Build is delivered by the City College of San Francisco, along with a partnership with the Office of Workforce and Economic Development. Passing it back to you, Emily.
Thank you. Alhad?
Hi everyone, my name is Alhad Dike. I'm from the County of San Mateo at Sustainability Department. I wanted to shout out our Human Services Agency here at the county. They offer a range of programs from rehabilitation vocational services for our community members with disabilities on engaging with the workforce and providing support there, as well as they have a program called Service Connect, which helps formerly incarcerated people get back into the workforce. And thank you. Those are the two ones I wanted to highlight. I'll pass it to the next county rep.
Elizabeth?
Hello, good morning. I'm Elizabeth Harris with the County of Santa Clara. I'm a sustainability analyst. So I want to share some highlights, some workforce programs we have in Santa Clara County. So we have a job center, Work to Future, that services 8 jurisdictions in the unincorporated area of Santa Clara County, as well as the county's offices helping support workforce development, such as in our social services agency, our behavioral health services, as well as even our Office of Education, all have various workforce programs. But I wanted to highlight kind of like two kind of youth and green climate workforce programs that we also have going in the county. So our county's Watershed Protection Division has a partnership with Caltrans and the San Jose Conservation Corps to provide green workforce training to local youth ages 18 to 27, as well as our team manages our county collaborative, which is a collaboration of local jurisdictions and community organizations. And one of those areas that the collaborative focuses on is our youth climate initiative team. And this team works with different community orgs to support youth development, from leadership to empowering youth on climate action, as well as promoting internship and job opportunities. So those are just a few examples of some workforce opportunities in the county. And I'll pass it back to Emily.
Great, thank you, Elizabeth. Nandi from Solano County.
Deeply apologize to everybody. My camera is not working right now, but I am your Solano County rep. I run all programs for BayREN except commercial. Unfortunately, I get to work for EDC, Solano Development Corporation, and we collaborate with the Workforce Development Board of Solano County to support job seekers through a variety of workforce programs. The adult programs provide tailored services to individuals ages 18 and older, offering employment skills, training, job placement assistance, and post-employment support. These programs prioritize veterans and eligible spouses, ensuring personalized attention and access to resources like job fairs, specialized recruitment, and wraparound supportive services. Additionally, I'd like to give a shout out to, which they're going to speak about today, Rising Sun. They support both adult and student workforce programs that help participants build sustainable careers and develop skills for today's competitive job market. And we work very close with them, and it's a great program. And I'll give it back to Emily.
Okay, our last county is Sonoma. Christine?
Hi, my name's Christine Condon. I am an energy and sustainability analyst with the County of Sonoma. I am the BayREN Codes and Standards lead for the County of Sonoma. And we have some great examples of kind of supporting the decarbonization workforce. One, Kellen from Marin mentioned the Next Gen Trade Academy. That actually spans both Marin and Sonoma County that offers vocational training for that includes green buildings, solar and electrical trades to disadvantaged youths ages 16 to 24. And that program is some sponsors include the County of Sonoma and the local CCA, Sonoma Clean Power, PG&E. Other programs include the Santa Rosa Junior College just opened a new construction training center in fall 2024 that offers construction training in the trades, including green building technologies. And one program that the county was successful in receiving a congressional appropriation for is a local training in partnership with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, local chapter, to offer scholarships for electricians, C10 electricians, to complete the electric vehicle infrastructure training program. And in our office, we actually have a contractor tool lending library program to support new HERS raters, contractors testing their systems for energy code compliance. So there's lots going on, and excited to see what the panelists have to offer today. Thank you.
Great. Last on the slide is Karen Christensen. She works for ABAG MTC and is our BayREN Codes and Standards lead. So she's the one that kind of shepherds us all along, and I think she's running late today, so you won't get to see her on camera, but here she is. Next slide. So I very quickly wanted to jump into a little bit of kind of why we're talking about this in the first place before we get to our speakers, but I'll be brief since there's a lot more interesting content coming. So I kind of set up some of these questions at the top, which is really, who's going to build our energy efficient or zero code buildings? We need people to model the energy for the energy code before those buildings are built. We need someone to review the plans for those buildings, to enforce the code or even write the code. And then none of this works without, the electrical infrastructure so that we can have clean energy powering everything. So just to kind of show that there's so many jobs that touch the energy and decarbonization infrastructure beyond just contractors who, I think is the first one that often comes to mind. And then also an issue that comes up is the need to draw in both new workforce participants. Studies kind of show that we'll have an overall job growth in this area and we need more new people to meet that demand. But also we want this to be a just transition. And so we want to be able to retrain existing folks who are working in perhaps the fossil fuel industries or with gas powered appliances to make sure that we can kind of make up for where there are some sectors with job losses and bring them along the way. And then we want these jobs to be jobs people are excited about, jobs that people want, jobs that can be retained. And so we want them to be high quality jobs that provide a livable wage. And if you go to the next slide, this is just a chart that I found in a report on the intersection between kind of the decarbonization and energy workforce. Not just contractors, it does cover, electricity generation, manufacturing, et cetera, but really just shows that in a low estimate, we would need, 64,000 jobs, and in a high estimate, over 100,000 new jobs. And actually most of those are in this building retrofit scenario. The orange ones in kind of new construction, gas distribution, are the ones that may be some job losses, but you can see those are really outweighed by the need for growth. So if we can take those folks from those kind of orange sectors into the blue ones, then we're really serving everyone the best that we can. So I just wanted to show this as kind of something that provides like the scale of what we're really looking at. So for our next speaker, or getting into our first panel on contractor workforce, our first speaker is Nate Hunt from BW Research Partnership, and I will just turn it over to you, Nate.